Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 11 of my trying to face things that I have been avoiding in my life. So, yay for day 11. I know my hair is a total mess. I just kind of put it up in a ponytail because I knew today I was just going to be working and moving stuff around and just going to be a mess and just didn't care. And I just didn't care enough to make it any better for a video. So I do apologize for that. But try to figure out what specific thing that I was facing today that I've been trying to avoid in my life. And I realized that my entire day has been facing things that I have been avoiding. In my life because, as I've said, I have a tendency to avoid things all the time, every day anyway. And on my days off, usually like Saturdays and Sundays, I struggle to read my scriptures and meditations in the morning because it's my day off and I don't want to have to do it, because if I do that, then I'm awake, then I'm in tune with what God wants me to do, and then I actually have to do stuff. So I didn't want to have to do that, but I knew today I had to do stuff. So today I did that. I started my day like I did any other day, except that I started it at 9 o'clock in the morning, which was fantastic. And that's what I did today. And then I went about having to go through my things and facing things and clean out a room. But I'm really grateful for God kind of teaching me how my ADHD brain works. And I kind of had a plan as to which way I was going to go. And I was just going to go with whichever task I was willing to do. And there were some things, like I literally opened up a drawer and it's like a junk drawer. It has a whole bunch of old stuff in there and all kinds of things. And I was like, I don't know what's in here. I'm not going through this drawer. I don't even care. I just shut the drawer. And I'm like, nope, all that crap is staying in there. I'm not doing it today. It's just, I'm not facing that one, which is okay. I did, however, face the other drawers. I faced all the drawers in my dresser and put them transferred into the other dresser. And instead of just transferring things from one place to another, I actually went through things, because usually when I clean stuff, I just move things around and I kind of just reorganize it. Or I move my mess from one place to another. So I cleared off one spot and then I've made another spot a mess. And I kind of feel like I did that a little bit today, but I'm grateful for my friend because she pointed out to me that I actually did a whole lot of stuff, because she took a couple of boxes to be donated. And I've put some stuff in my car to take to be donated. I've got more bags of stuff to be donated. So even though I downsized a whole lot of stuff, I got rid of a whole bunch of things. And she was telling me how proud she was, because she knew how hard it was for me to go through all of my things today. She's like, I know how hard this is for you. I know how overwhelming it is for you. So I'm like, I'm really proud of you. I'm really amazed at how much you got done today. And this is amazing. And I was like, and this is why I took the day off of work, because there's no other way I was going to get this done. But I did spend most of the day, probably spent maybe not a whole 8 hours like I did at work, but I probably spent like 5 or 6 hours cleaning. I took a little break in between. Um, but I mean, I started at 10 in the morning and I was pretty much done by 4:30. So that's like 6 hours. And I did take a little half-hour break in the middle to get something to eat. So, but the rest of the time, even though I had my TV going for a little bit, even though I had my TV on to try to, like, I'm going to zone out. I'm going to have a long lunch. I'm going to do whatever, take a break because my friend left and I'm good. And no, that didn't work either. I couldn't stop doing, because I piled everything up in front of me. So I just sat there while the TV was going in the background, and I kept sorting through bags that I had brought, and I kept going through things, and then I kept going and getting more things to go through. And I was like, oh, it's a never ending pile of things, because I have so many things that I have been avoiding, so many things that I have been holding on to and not been willing to let go of. And I did not plan on crying today. I didn't face my emotions when I was doing things. I think there was a brief moment when I was going through my daughter's clothes to get rid of that I was kind of like sad and like playing with the clothes a little bit. And, but then I still stuck them in the bag of stuff to be given away, because I can't hold on to them. And I got rid of things that I wasn't initially planning on getting rid of. And I'm probably holding on to more things I don't need to. And in the end, there's something that I wanted to keep, and there just isn't a good place to put it. And all the places I want to put it, my friend that's moving in does not want to put it anywhere. So like my walking buddy that's soon to be my roommate does not want it there. She doesn't want it there. She's like, well, I was going to put it here. And I'm like, you're going to put it behind a piece of furniture that I'm going to have to move every time I want to use it, which is pretty much every day I get up to exercise. which if I was exercising every day, that would be every day. And that would be extremely annoying. And then I was like, well, then I can put it here. And she's like, well, it's going to get in the way of this. It's going to get in the way of that. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's not even going to be in the way of everything else. But I get it. I get it. I even thought I'll just lean it up against my bed. She's like, well, then you have to crawl over it to get in and out of bed. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. Or I'll just put it on the floor because everybody's sleeping and it won't matter. And then I'll just put it up next to my bed when during the day when people are here. And I'm going to get a curtain to cover it up. And then you won't even see it. So it won't even matter. But she was still like, not a good idea. I'm like, whatever, I give up. I give up. So I told her she could just put it in the storage unit because I don't know what else to do with it unless tomorrow I change my mind and I put it up by my bed, which I might do. I don't know. Because the reality is I could literally just lay it down and just, it won't be in the way of anything because we're both going to be sleeping at night and then it can be put up during the day, but I can use it first thing in the morning when I get out of bed to exercise and then I can put it up during the day and it won't matter. But, that's still an ongoing debate. And of course, she has another mattress that she said that I can use, another mat or something that's a little bit thicker than what I have. That's, it's not as thick as the mattress I have, but it's thicker than the floor mats that I have for exercising. So it might not be too painful. So I was like, but it's one of the ones you can roll up so it doesn't take up as much space. So it's easier to put it somewhere out of the way and then get it out again. So it's not a big deal. But see, I don't want to have my stuff put up too much because again, I have an ADHD brain. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind, or it's not necessarily out of my mind. It's just now it's in a place that requires more effort to get it out. So if it's not easily accessible, then I just use that as an excuse not to do it. So I already have excuses not to exercise. I don't want to take them away. But I was just like, okay, I still have to compromise. I still have to figure things out. Things will get worked out one way or the other. and she's compromising. She's giving up doing things that she wanted to do or putting things where she wanted to put them. And so it's just going to be an interesting thing. And so I'm not opposed to having things a certain way, but she kind of is. So I don't know. Anyway, there's something else. I need to move some stuff around and maybe make some other compromises and moves, but it's a process. It is a process. And like I said, I haven't journaled. I haven't processed all of my emotions. I haven't dealt with all the things that I'm giving away or letting go of. And I think part of facing things in my life, things that I have been avoiding, is recognizing that I'm just holding on to things that I don't need and hoping that I will shrink back into things or holding on to things because they just have memories to them. Like I went through my closet and I just literally threw away all the clothes that had holes in them. And I tried not to look at them. I tried not to remember where they came from. I tried not to be like, okay, but I really like this shirt because of this or because of that. I'm like, I've had these shirts for 20 years and they have holes in them and there is no point in keeping them. So I threw them away. But it doesn't mean that I wasn't emotionally attached to them. And it doesn't mean that I won't be doing some grieving today or tonight because that's a lot of things to have to let go of. But on the flip side, it is kind of freeing. It is kind of relaxing to just be like, okay, they're gone now. I'm not holding on to those past things. I have those memories, but I don't have to hold on to the physical items anymore. I can let them go. There's still some physical items I'm holding on to and I haven't decided what to do with. But like I said, it's still a process and I'm still learning how to let go of things, but there were some things I adamantly wanted to keep. And then when I went through all of my stuff in them, I was like, I don't need this. I don't need this. I had 2 dressers with 5 drawers apiece. And I was like, okay, I moved everything around out of the one dresser so I could put all my other stuff in it. And it never really got filled up with stuff. It had like stuff in 3 drawers that could have all fit into one drawer. It was kind of spread out a little bit. And I was like, all right. And I've managed to spread my stuff out into 4 drawers, but it could probably all fit into 2 drawers. And all 5 of my drawers were full of things. All 5 of the dresser that I got rid of, the drawers were full. And I had to move all that stuff to the other dresser. But in the process of moving it, I let go of and got rid of so many things. I was like, how on earth did I do that? Plus, I found some things that I didn't know or even remember that I had in there. And then there were some things that I could use as like decorations that I could just set up around the house. And I'm like, let me just set these up because this would be nice. So I did that. Um, so I have some more things just set up around the house, which is nice. So I'm grateful that I could do that. And then when I went to make my videos, I'm like, what am I making my videos on? And I realized again, I'm like, I was watching TV, but the whole time I was watching TV, I was doing something. And then I got hungry and I'm like, I got to get something to eat. So I paused it. I got something to eat. I finished eating and I'm still in the middle of the show. And I'm like, I can't enjoy the show anymore because I have things I have to do. So this whole facing things I don't want to do is not letting me waste my time anymore. Which I know is a really good thing. But on the flip side, it's a little bit frustrating because I could always get sucked into a show. I could always be playing on my phone and watching TV and just avoiding my life. And I don't feel like I can do that anymore. Like I'm far too restless. It's been 11 days and I'm too restless to just sit and watch a show. 45 minutes. I can't watch a whole 45-minute episode of something because there's too many other things I have to do. I have to make a video of my books. I have to make my videos before I go to bed. I have to write in my journal. I have to put more things away to organize and get out of the way so that things are nice and clean and put away. And I was like, I'm still working on my house. I'm still putting things away. I'm still rearranging stuff and in part, it really is, the motivation really is because my friend is moving in with me. But I feel like all of these things are so cleansing to me. Like God is using this as a gift to me. And I thanked my friend today, and I don't know how much she realizes how much this means to me that she's helping me go through my stuff. And the funny thing about it is today is that she didn't actually go through my stuff with me. She had brought a bunch of stuff over to put in the kitchen. So she went and did her thing and put her stuff away and left me to do my thing. So she didn't help me clean out my room at all. She didn't help me go through the dresser. She wasn't like a taskmaster standing over me saying, you've got to do this, or where do you want this? What do you want to do with that? She left me to do my thing and I left her to do her thing. And I was like, and I still did my thing without her helping me, but I was motivated to do it. Like I did it because I knew she was coming over and I thought she was going to help me. I didn't realize she had her own plans and her own things she was going to get done. So she did her thing while I did my thing. And a lot of things got done. And the only thing, like, she did help with is she took a couple of boxes to be donated, which were things that I set aside to be donated. So she took those for me. She offered to let me, like, fill up her car and take her car tomorrow or another day. And I'm like, my car works just as well. And then I don't have to come across the street. I don't have to haul stuff across the street to where she lives. And I don't have to drive somebody else's vehicle. I can drive my own and I'm fine. So I didn't do that. I didn't take her up on that offer because I can put stuff in my own car. So I was like, it's fine. I've got stuff. Things will fit in my trunk. I've got a big old trunk. Things will fit in my back seat. I don't have anything that the seats need to lay down for. I'm good. Um, I'm good. But I'm grateful that she was willing to offer for that. But for the most part, it was just a matter of I had to go through my stuff. I had to sort my stuff. And then she pointed out how hard this was for me. And I'm grateful that she could recognize how hard it was for me. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, I don't feel like it was that hard for me today. But then I'm making my videos and I'm talking about all the things that I did. And I'm realizing, like, I have not emotionally processed all of this. I have not faced all of the emotions that go with going through all of those things. But what I did was I chose to let go of so many things today, so many things that I thought that I needed to have, that I thought I had to hang on to, that I just wasn't willing to let go of. And I realized I don't need those things. They're not things that I need in my life. They're not things that I use in my life. They're not things that I've even looked at in over 4 years since I've lived here, and longer than that. And it's like, how long have I had these things? What am I doing with these things? Why do I still have these things? And some of them were things that I was still using. And I realized that because I'm still wearing shirts that have holes in them, I shouldn't be wearing shirts that have holes in them. That's not good. That's not healthy. But that's how I was looking at myself. Like, I don't deserve to have nice clothes. I don't deserve to have nice things. So I was keeping all of the stuff that was falling apart. Like, I couldn't afford to get something new. I couldn't afford to get something better. And the best gift of all, the best blessing to me was I got rid of a bunch of shirts. And then when I was going through the bags of stuff that I had on the floor in my closet, I found more shirts that are my size, that are still nice and in good condition. And I was like, I have more shirts. I can wear other shirts, like ones that fit me. And I was like, this is good. I still have ones that are too small that I'm hoping to shrink back into, but ones that I think will still fit me that I could put in my closet, that I could, wash and put away and all of those things. And I was like, oh, look at that. I found other clothes to replace the ones that I was getting rid of. And I don't have as many clothes hanging up in my closet. And I don't need as many clothes hanging up in my closet. And I can put a lot more things in the drawers if I want to, because I have space in my dresser to put things in the drawers if I want to. So I was just like, wow, I don't have to hang everything up like I've been doing. And I can put things in there. And it's just it's huge for me. It's this nice, wonderful gift, this wonderful blessing that God has given me. And it's kind of like this little bit of a weight, like I can do this. But honestly, I look around my living room and where all of my bags and stuff are, and the stuff that I haven't done because I didn't do anything in my living room, but I moved all the stuff in here to sort it out. And so now I feel like, okay, I know that room is all cleaned out, but I still don't feel like I did anything at all today because this room is still a mess. But it just makes me want to clean up this room now. And I was like, oh, it's one of those I'm torn between things because I don't like cleaning and I've spent so much time avoiding doing it. But now I'm like, I'm in the mood to do it and now I can't stop. And I was like, there has to be a stop. But I think that's what God is teaching me. That's like an object in motion stays in motion. And I need to continually be in motion. I need to continually be doing good things, productive things, things that make me feel good about me, things that show gratitude and respect to myself and to others, and things that I can do for other people. And by taking care of all the stuff that I have in my house that's laying around, maybe I can get to projects, maybe I can get to other things that I've been avoiding and not doing. And maybe by doing all the things that I've been avoiding, it frees up time and space to do things for other people, to give service, and to allow other people into my life by letting go of the past, by letting go of the things I don't need. I have more room, more space, and I'm a lot lighter. And then I can be open to new things and try new things, better things. I can get rid of the old, worn out clothes and I can get some nice new clothes and things like that. It's just kind of like resonating with me, like I can have something better. I just have to let go of the stuff that's not good, that I don't need. And so I had two dressers. I kept the one that looked nicer than the other one. They're both old and not in the best shape, but I still, did what I could with what I had. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful to have been able to do that. And I'm grateful for my friend being willing to help. But she did take a whole bunch of stuff to her house to wash for me, so I don't have to wash them. They're still mostly going to go into storage, but some of them will get used. And so I'm grateful to have been able to do that too. And I'm grateful for the conversations that we had and discussions about where to put stuff and what to do. And I love some of her ideas too of stuff that she wants to do. And I was like, yes, that would be perfect. That's a good idea. I like that. So, and I'm hoping that by getting all this stuff cleared out, that I can be participate more and in my life and be a better friend and a roommate and just overall have more time and energy because I won't be bogged down by all the stuff that I've been holding on to and all the stuff that I've been avoiding facing. So the lot today was just a lot, but it feels good and I feel motivated to keep going. But I also know that I have to go to bed. I need to write in my journal and get some sleep because I am still very tired. I'm exhausted. I'm used to sitting at a desk all day long and coming home and sitting on my couch all day long. And I was up moving around and standing and moving things and not sitting the whole day. I sat about half of the time just going through stuff, but I had to keep getting up and moving around and moving things. So that was good. And I get to do that again tomorrow. I think tomorrow is more just going through boxes and stuff and things. And so there will be more donating things, more throwing away of things, more finding a home for things that I am deciding to keep. And it will get done. And then whatever doesn't get done tomorrow, I can do on Monday or over the weekend. And then after that, it's going to have to be done because I'm not taking any more time off of work for a couple of weeks. But then I want to have fun and not have to do whatever else. So anyway, I know I've got a couple of weeks. My friend's moving in 2 weeks, basically. So I've got a couple of weeks to get everything organized and put together and um, help her get her stuff moved in. So I've got 2 weeks to get through all of my stuff. I'm hoping to get through most of it this weekend, which is a lot of facing things that I have been avoiding for years and years and years, and realizing that because I've avoided them, that I've outgrown them, that I don't need them, that a lot of the things are just holding myself back or just taking up space. And I'm like, I don't need it anymore. And some of it I wanted just because I wanted it, or just because I had it, or just because I thought, well, I can't have anything better. And I realized a lot of stuff I'm holding on to just isn't that nice, and it's not useful. And I don't like shirts with holes in them. I can't wear them anymore, or I wear them around the house but nobody else can see me in them, but that doesn't do me any good. I can't wear them out of the house. And I don't need to wear shirts that I can't wear out of the house. I don't, and then I can't really wear them if I'm living with someone else either. So why do I have them? So, again, it was just facing all the things I've been holding on to and letting them go. And there's more of that tomorrow. So tomorrow will probably be a lot like today, because I'm just having to go through all of my things, and I will have to face all of the emotions and the aftermath of this, because right now I'm not putting a lot of emotion into things. I'm just letting stuff go and getting rid of things. But I think as I do my videos and as I write in my journal tonight, it's going to hit me how many things I let go of. And I think it's sad, like grieving the loss of letting those things go, but at the same time, just feeling lighter and freer because I let them go. And I'm just repeating myself in this video like 10 times already, I think. So I apologize for that. I just ramble, and I'm excited to learn things. And I think repetition is how I remember things. And I don't always remember what I'm talking about either. And I go around in circles. So thank you for listening to me and for watching these videos. And if you like them, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude, and maybe be willing to face something you don't want to face, just so you can be lighter and freer today too.